So good morning to all of you. Myself, M. Soundararajan, Assistant Professor from Department of Agricultural Engineering at Sri Shanmugha College of Engineering and Technology, Autonomous. So today we're going to discuss about the measurement of rainfall. So the measuring the rainfall is very important to be taking the decisions on agricultural activity. So as an agricultural engineer, we should know that how much of rainfall is occurred in our field. Okay, based on that we can plan for agricultural activities or cropping activities. Okay, so we can go to the topic. So here I given the definition for the rainfall. So rainfall is nothing but rainfall is the precipitation of water in the form of rain from the atmosphere to the earth surface. So one of the most important component of the hydrological cycle is expressed as the depth of water. The units are in mm or cm, millimeter or centimeter. So collected over a horizontal surface during a specified period. So nothing. So you understood the I got you understood that rainfall. So it's a precipitation of water in the form of rain to the surface. So it is one of the component of the hydrological cycle. We have discussed the hydrological cycle in previous lecture. You can refer in the previous lecture video. So the unit for rainfall is the millimeter or centimeter. That means millimeter of depth of water, okay, in the cage. So the importance of rainfall measurement. So why it is important? Because it helps to determine the water availability for the agricultural activity. Then it helps in irrigation planning and scheduling and assists in flood forecasting and drought monitoring process. Then it supports reservoir operations and water resource management and provides data for watershed and hydrological studies. So these are for these purposes we need to find out or measure the rainfall. So general units for measuring the rainfall is millimeter, centimeter, and inches are given extra unit. So these are the units of rainfall that is used in the cages, rainfall measuring cages. Okay, then rain cages, or we can tell it like as a rain gauge or rain cage. So rain gauge is an instrument used to measure the amount of rainfall received at a particular location during a specific period. Okay, this means rainfall received on a particular period or and location. So that is measured with help of the rain gauge. Okay, so rain gauge is an instrument to uh, measure the amount of rainfall at a particular location specific period. So the rain gauges are classified into non-recording and recording gauges. Because we are classifying based on accurate rainfall measurement, continuous monitoring, and useful for flood forecasting and climate studies. Okay, then first the non-recording rainfall type, it measures only total rainfall, not rainfall intensity, not duration. So it only is involves in total rainfall. So very important thing. In recording type, we are records rainfall intensity and duration. But in non-recording, we are only find out the total rainfall. So observations are taken manually, and while recording rain gauges are observations are taken on the electronic or advanced system. Okay, so most common used instrument in non-recording rain gauge is the Simon's rain gauge. So while recording rain gauges, it provides a continuous rainfall record because we are using the advanced systems to record the rainfall. So used in weather station and hydrological research. So because of its benefits, I mean advantages of rainfall measurement, accurate rainfall measurement, continuous monitoring, and usage of flood forecasting, climate studies, we are using that. Because of this percentage, this advantage, we are using for hydrological research and weather stations. Okay, so recording rain gauges are used in weather stations and hydrological research. Okay. So in recording rain cages, there are the three main types we are seeing in this slide. So first one is the tipping bucket rain catch. The second is the weighing bucket rain catch, and third one is the float rain catch or natural siphon rain catch. In non-recording rain catch, we seen that example is the rain siphons rain cars. In recording type rain cars, there is the three thing. Also, we giving the difference of the three. We are giving the comparison between the three rain cars. I mean, three recording rain cars. The first one is the tipping bucket rain car. It consists of two small buckets balanced on the pivot. So each bucket tips after collecting the fixed amount of rainfall, that is the 0. For example, 0.2 mm to 0.5 mm. So each bucket it collects the fixed amount of rainfall 0.2 millimeter or 0.5 millimeter in the bucket, for example. So every tip is recorded electronically. So already I told you that recording rain gauges are advanced system. So we using the record purpose electronically. We using the record electronically. We records the rainfall, continuous rainfall. So suitable for automatic weathering station. So this is the one of the advantages of tipping bucket rain gauge. Then while weighing a bucket rain gauge, it collects the rainfall container placed on the weighing mechanism. So weigh is continuously recorded on the determine the rainfall. So are suitable for measuring heavy rainfall snowfall purpose. So floating rain gauges are rainwater enters the floating chamber. So it lifts the float and a pen records the rainfall on a rotating chart. When full, a siphon empties the chamber automatically. So when the bucket is chamber is full, it automatically empties the chamber by the siphon. So I think you got the difference between the three things. So here the construction tipping bucket, then the construction there is the two small buckets with a pivot balanced on the pivot. In weighing bucket, the container placed on the weighing mechanism. In float rain cage, the float chamber is up installed seen in that type. Okay, then it's a collecting a fixed amount of rainfall. Okay, we already pre-measured rainfall is collected in the bucket tips. Then it is recorded electronically in tipping bucket cage. In weighing bucket rain gauge, so continuous record of the rainfall. Okay, then float rain gauge. It's a rising the water lifts the float and the pen records the rainfall on the rotating chart. Thus, it is the three types. And tipping bucket rain gauges are used in weather station because of its accuracy. Weighing bucket rain gauges are used for heavy rainfall and snowfall. Then float rain gauges are used on other purposes. Okay. Then here is the given the comparison between the three rain gauges. So the main feature is the electronic recording in the tipping bucket and measures by the weight, and a continuous by recording in the float chamber and measures by the weight in the weighing bucket cages. So it applied in automatic weathering stations or weighing bucket for heavy rainfalls and float type for hydrological studies. So this is very important. We can note down tipping bucket for weathering station because of its electronic recording. Then weighing bucket used in heavy rainfall because of measures by the weight, and floating type is used in hydrological type. It's because of its continuous recording. Okay. So Simon's rain gauge is the non-recording type. The components is listed here. The collector funnel, which collects the water, cylindrical reservoir, outer casing, and measuring cylinder. So you can see the picture in the online or some other standard books. I am for understanding the principle in which Simon's gauge is working. That rainwater is collected through the funnel, then water stored in the reservoir. Then at a fixed time each day, collector water is poured into a graduated cylinder measuring cylinder. The rainfall depth is recorded in the millimeter in the Siphons rain gauge. So the benefit, the advantages of the rain gauge is its a construction is simple, compact, and cost wise is low, and install and maintenance is very easy. And it's in India it's widely used by India Meteorological Department, shortly called as the IMG. So it's a limitation of this type is the observation is done by manually. So that is one of the disadvantage. So it does not record the rainfall intensity and duration like the uh, recording time. Okay. So factors affecting the rainfall measurements. So wind speed and direction, improper installation of rain gauge, nearby building and trees, and splashing and evaporation losses, incorrect observation time, instrument maintenance. So these are the factors that affecting the accurate measurement of the rain gauge. Okay, in rainfall measurement activity. Then for installation we have to follow the guidelines. First we have to install in an open area, then keep away from the building and tall trees because disturbance will happen due to that things. Then mount the cage on level ground, not in a sloped area. We have to keep the right gauge in the flat area. Then ensure the rim is about the 30 centimeter above the ground. So the rim height should be 30 centimeter above the ground. Okay. Then clean the funnel regularly. Okay. Then application of rainfall data. So where it is used, it means it helps in irrigation planning, flood forecasting, watershed management, reservoir operation, crop water equipment, estimation, and hydrological modeling. So in these domains, we are using the rainfall measurements for making the decisions and planning for strategy. Okay. So I hope then we can go to the next thing. Okay, we come to the end of the session. I hope you understood the today concepts about the rainfall measurement. Uh, okay, thank you.